I think I better stop and get some food. Considering this is Japan, I better oh, that one, yeah, that one's locked. Okay, I better lock up just to make sure that nothing's gonna get stolen. Do that. I've got my keys, haven't I? Alright, that's locked. Good. Now that's all safe and secure, because you know all the methods that are running around stealing your utes and tools and camping gear and fishing rods. I didn't exactly mind the fishing rod thing because I'm shit at fishing anyway. But yeah, stole my ute, man. Apparently they those XFs, they're like, people want them now, you know. It was a tough rig, and the filth stole that. So there you go. Anyways, I don't like it when people steal my shit. But hey, yeah, you gotta watch out for meth heads around here. Not right. Oh, look at that foxy looking bloke. God damn, he's sexy and muscly. Right then, so you can still get a decent meal for a decent price. Here you don't have to worry about the added tax. I've already chucked that on. I'm looking at this, 3.99 yen with all kinds of veggies. See, it's all fresh every day. They're shopped daily. I'm gonna grab that. So you got your curried rice, is it? That's katsu, that's pork, that thing there. That means this thing over here says chicken katsu. But yeah, you get a decent value meal. These are called bento. So you get a good meal here. Okay, got mountain water in the. I was looking at this too. This is chicken. This is chicken kanji. Don't know what that means. Jumbo chicken. What's that? 4.79 yen. So things have gone up. Things have definitely gone up. There's no calories in that. Yummo, but no calories. Things have definitely gone up, but still, right, look at all the different types of veggies and whatever. All the work involved. There's egg there. All the work involved to make this, you know, still a decent price. What we got here? Oh, that's eel. That's yummo. On they call that not onigiri. It's unagi. And this unagi sauce, that's yum-o, that stuff. You have that with rice. Yum-o. Over here we've got some salmon. What is this? The shopping channel. So this is salmon. I got suckered into this. Top of the salmon. I think this is American stuff. Hang on. Is that different? Maybe they changed it because... Yeah, they might have changed it because I tried one of them. It was bloody awful. I think it was Alaskan salmon or something. Oh no, a whole bunch of Alaskans are gonna get their boats and come over and kick my ass now. They do have this other stuff here that I usually go for. Do I have them in yet? But yeah, this joint you can buy a vacuum cleaner. Eggs have actually gone up too. Everything's gone up, but it's still, as far as in comparison to Australia. Oh look, the koala cookies. These are yummo. My kid used to love those. Everything's still comparatively way cheaper than what they are in Australia. So I don't drink this crap. 59 yen for the old Coke Zero. I don't think I've ever had one of them. Good. There's stuff to do. You do drink 55 yen. That's green tea. That's good stuff right there. What you should drink is this stuff. This will keep you alive. I like this one. This is actually owned by the Coca-Cola company apparently. But Sokenbicha. This is the one of the ones I like. It's there's nothing bad in it. Just tea leaves and water. These, I think I like that. I like that one too. That's really good. And you can get so they used to be even cheaper. 600ml for $99 yen. Over here you can get the 2-litre bottles, I believe, or 1.5 or whatever they are. And see, you get these, and for $1.48, 148 yen. These are great. This is actually delicious, but it's sugary stuff. I don't drink much of that. I never drink that stuff. This stuff, green tea. You get yourself a bottle of that, chill it, and in the humidity on a humid day, that's why they live so long. That's the secret right there. I guess I'll either start jabbing myself with needles and roid up. I'll just have a few of those when I get a bit older. And that's why they live so long, because they drink tea. Yeah. You know, I'm an 80s guy. Cigarettes and beer and, you know, that's what we survived on. Oh, that reminds me to say, Orangey and the other cat, they haven't turned up at all. They've disappeared. So I used to get that for Orangey and his mates, but they've gone. There's another cat that sort of hangs around. These other people are feeding it. There's sort of a group of us that feed them, but apparently Orangey left because I was gone for so long, and I hope he's okay. I tell you, I was thinking, if I ever got my shit together and get this awesome, have my own joint, I would have just nabbed Orangey. You're coming with me. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. But Orangey ain't around. I still chuck chicken bones out the back there in the hope that he'll show up, but I hope he's okay. Hope he's out there somewhere. Yeah. Alright, okay, let's go get this thing here. Let us, like it's plural I. Yeah, you can buy fishing gear. Maybe I can replace my fishing gear, because the methods didn't give my my ute back with all my tools and stuff in Australia there. That was kind of them. God, our country's turning to shit. Right then. The powder room job is done. Okay, let's see now. Well, nothing seems to be stolen. Let's see if we can get in here. Right, there we go, like that. Okay, see, it's a good security system around here. Now, let us do that. How about that? I've still got this stuck on here, the old Ko-Fi. Oh, paint the roof. I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. I'll get there. Now, what we're going to do is, we might jump on the highway to hell. On the highway to the danger zone. Or whatever that is. And, yeah, we're going to do that. Let's get an idea of finances here. And, right, we're off to the warehouse. And we're going to get some things together. There you go, the old Ko-Fi, whatever that is. ABAREBUGYO. Yeah, you can chuck me $5. Someone did. Yeah. Alright, let's find this money. The tectonics. Right then, it's could be a nice spot to have some lunchy poos, but that's not the mission. Alright, the mission is, now I do have the technology to rebuild him, that ice crushing makery thingy-majiggy. It ain't worth the time, ain't worth the effort. It's like I've got another mission, so I figure I'll just give that to the scrappers. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's not worth the money. And if I had a piece of hard material, I do have some hard material. I could probably grind a freaking drill bit or something, and the inner core's soft, you know, and then but once you get them too hot, then it softens the materials, and I just couldn't be asked doing that. I think that's the answer to that. So yeah, it ain't worth the freaking time. So plan is, right, scrap that and get back to a different plan. Right, that's the plan. That's why I got out to do this. Oh, I've got to get back to my the push-ups. Right, this is my push-up location. On a mission right now. Got some other things that got to be done. Yeah. I've got some awesome. I've got 7 kendo helmets in the back of the rig there. So right, do that. Formulating the plans of what to do today. See, right, that's what that is. Okay. Right, so I've agreed upon that. Have we agreed? Yes, we've agreed. Hey, the multiple personalities that have hey, dragonflies have agreed. 2 dragonflies. So that's the decision that has been made. See, it was a conference. I'm telling you. All right, so we're sitting here, right? Let's just pop that off for a second. Woo, a bit of key eye on that one. Now, I'm gonna have to come up with some different lines. Now, I'll tell you, I'm starting to have a bit of faith in this. I was able to get the shaft knocked in more, so I can get more onto it. Now I've got an old drill bit. Now the base of the drill bits, they're softer than what they are in the hardened material. And so these type of drill bits I don't really ever use, and rarely use, just with the normal shaft, the old school shafts, where you've got these awesome dealy wheelies these days, right? And I could have sworn I had a piece of high speed steel in here, but if you really get it too red, it goes soft. And anyways, well, I figured I'd do. Okay, so I can get that shaft out a bit more. I can get in here with a few dealy wheelies and humper dumpers and stuff. So I cut off a piece. I actually kept it long. I got a drill bit that seemed right, and then I sort of whacked it there. Did a bit of humper dumper action. Boo, 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 right? And it sort of bent and whatever. And then I cut it with a cutting wheel here. And then just kept on belting on it. And I don't know how far it is. I could have measured it, but I'm stupid. Anyways, I think, yeah, because it's sitting here, I'm going, you know. But it's such a shame, you know, if I just give it to the scrappers, right? And I'm starting to become a bit of a believer, because I have to sort of do a bit of welding, and then the spatter, I've got to get it off here. I did a bit of a puncho ball weld earlier. That's a shout out to Briggsy when we were apprentices. Anyways, puncho ball weld, and then I couldn't get this to turn, so I had to sort of grind that and all that. I keep changing these for these and these and these, and then cut it and move it and whack the earth back on and move it slightly, blah de blah. But I'll tell you what, I believe that I'm getting enough, because it will weld to this gear, so that's happening. So what's happening is I'm just sort of tack, and I'm going around it, and it's coming together. I've got to tighten up that bit back there for this to this and that shaft. This is going to work. Now, how sturdy that piece of banged in correctish size drill bit, no one cares about this story, but see, it's like, I could do this. It's got like screws in here for the thing, so when you turn it, you stick a block of ice there and go shh. They used to use these things for shaving ice, for flavoured ice thingy-majiggies. So I hear tell they're quite popular in the summertime. It's just Japan right there. I'll clean that bit of dealy wheelie up. But that would be like being a professional and actually doing this good. So I figured, alright, at least give it a real go. At least try with what you got here. And so it's coming along. Alright, a few more tacks. And I'll be there. Bit of a clean up with the old thingy-majiggy here. Maybe I would have preferred having an arc. I don't have an arc anymore. For 6,000 degrees with the arcs. What are these? How many degree wees are these things? 4,000? I don't know. Anyways, this unit's a trooper, man. No gas on the thingy-majiggies and MIG, man. So much easier. With MIG you push. With arc you pull. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna keep rocking in the free world on this one and see how we go. I reckon if I can't weld on the other side, give that a bit of a clean out, get the spatter off it, I reckon this is gonna work. Yeah. I'm becoming a believer. Because that pin thing I've punched into it is real tight. And it's pretty hardened material, right? Even if it is the end of the drill bit thing, it's still got some hardening to it. Belted in, not exactly square. Round in a square hole, but that's cool because I'm actually able to get some... Shut up and keep doing it. Yeah, I am a believer. Now I figure I don't like that bit there's extended because I figure if they do make ice with this thing, shaved ice things, I reckon, see that comes around there, you got that gap there, you know, some kid might go, oh, you know, isn't this fun to wheel this around, and might sort of get caught there, just on the, it's quite a sharp edge on the end of that thread there. So what I'm going to do is just cut that to the nut there, and make that flush. Got the cutting wheel, make that flush, and then get these sparks to go that way and then burn down the entire place. That's thinking. Right, come up with a different variation. Let's go this way. Yeah! Bit of key eye and we should be good. Yeah! Rock and roll. I mean, fruit tingle and raw on that one. Yeah! Come on. Yeah! There. Might do if we can lock that there and then... Yeah, that'll work. Alright, now, continue. Okie dokie. So that's how they do it. So they put this blade in here. So that really should be cleaned up, shouldn't it? Shit, the more I look at it. I could take that out, clean that up, but hey, it's probably just going to be a display. Bloody should though. With my luck, I'll go to loosen these rusted bastards and then they'll... Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, they'll be like, hey Akira, give this a go. I'll be like, ah, having a great time, then ouch. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the disc, cutting disc to grinding wheel. Just clean up that face there. I'll do. Yeah, I heard Crowey's mates on the roof. It's not Crowey, I know it's not Crowey because he's got a certain type of call. It's Crowey's mate. Now, it could be son of Crowey. Now, always do this. Always take the time if you're going to change a wheel, right? Always just take the time with any electrical thingamajiggies and just go when you're changing it. Alright. Pro tech tip. See, I've still got all my digits. Yeah. Yeah, this bloke at trade school didn't have all these digits. This teacher of ours. He taught us that. That's Crowey's mates up on the roof. Right. Now, considering she's quite rusty down there, it's not exactly the cleanest of thing. It would really need a real resto, wouldn't it? I could figure out how to take that out and clean all that up, but, you know, to actually utilise it in like a van or something, you know, those ice-making duty-wooties, I reckon it's probably just going to end up being it. That's Crowey's mate. Could be. Is that Crowey? I don't know. Now, here we go. Let's have a look here. Woo! See, she's going down. Going up. Woo! And going up. And she's going down. Alright. Go down there a bit more. Yeah. Tell you what. With a few rounds of this. Alright. Now. Yeah. Oh, look here on that one. Ow, and bloody gloves all frickin' stuck in. Oh, stupid bloody bullshit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, now she's loosening off. Woo! Oh, she held it. Ooh. Look at that old school tech. Oh, there you go. I believe in conjunction with that weld, and that dealy wheely I've been able to knock up, I reckon, and she's got like tack all the way around it. Could have done a better job with that, but hey, I reckon that's gonna work. Right? Surely there wouldn't be that much force on it anyway. That's gonna work. Yep. Now, someone could do full resto on this. It is true. Yeah. So this particular story, I don't really care too much for it now. Let's see if we can stand this up and have a look what it actually is. Let's say, get one of these dealy wheels. You ever tried one of these? They're excellent. I think they have them in hairdressers. I'm gonna have to get a perm one of these days. Now, this is Kyowakai, Japan. Osaka, something Osaka. Something or other. Bunch of kanji wanjis or whatever. What's that say? Can't quite make that. Could be a serial number. Well, I'm quite pleased with the outcome. That's gonna work. No, that's strong enough. Oh. Yeah. Okay, that's that. Now I can get that bullshit off this bench and then get back to what I'm supposed to be doing. Ah, Japanese food, see? Let's have a look at this. Right, we'll just take off this one for a second. Ooh, what a trooper that is. Now, see, often people say to me, oh, what's your favourite Japanese food, or what do you eat in Japan, blah, blah, and they generally, in Oz, they've heard of sushi, and that's pretty much it. Gyudon's usually my thing, but every now and again, I find, right, say if your skin starts to get a bit itchy or something, you start feeling a bit tingly in the skin or whatever, what I do, I just know automatically that that's the path to scurvy or something. I go, hey, body needs vitamin C. Yeah, it's true. Been doing it all my days. So I'll drink some orange juice. Right? I'll dilute the concentrated orange juice with water, you know, and or I'll go and get a whole bunch of veggies and stuff, you see, because that's what your body, and a bit of vitamin C in it, that's what your body's telling you. It needs vitamin C. Now this kind of thing here, you've got a vast array and variety of about $4 of all kinds of stuff, nutrients that your body might not have had for quite a while. So this is what I do. I'm 55 years old. I'm just better than you because, you know, well, obviously. But anyways, so this is, you know, you could learn from this. And this is what I do. And so all this is fresh stuff. And it's delicious. In fact, hey, look at the garbage that's in our food, right? You could call it food. In the Western world, that to me, that's by design. Anyways, fantastic. Now I had a look at there was a new video, didn't watch the lot, of the champion of the universe, Hungry Fat Chick, and her new video. She figured at 1 o'clock in the morning she's gonna be stoned, and getting McDonald's, a whole bunch of McShit delivered to her by the Uber people or whatever. And she goes, as she's opening the hey, I watched the saga as the big ape is opening up the baggage, the packages were. It's like, now I might someday be able to go and get my own food. Hasn't left that place for like over a year or whatever. It stepped outside. No, I do tell a lie. It stepped outside once in a year. Oh, that was some meat thing. Don't know what that was. Yeah, it decides at 1 o'clock in the morning, hey, it's time to get a whole bunch of McShit. See, if you eat shit and you are what you eat, what are you? That's a question. But God, but Buddha. What time is it now? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Tell you, this thing took ages to try to figure out how to do that, and it should be quite basic. But that's the base for they're the wings. I found them up there. So that piece of awesomeness is of awesome. Alright, so might have to go in 3 separate boxes, something like that. That is freaking awesome. It's a Seahawk. Like one of them. Yeah, what's he doing upside down? Right. What's he gonna end up? I had a whole bunch of these dealies with glass cases, and I had to do something about the glass, and that's a real hassle. But I've got some real beautiful paintings and things and stuff, and I'm gonna have to stick them up somewhere. That's the plan, sort of utilising space. That's what I'm working on right now. This big beast. Alright, and I've put a bunch of kimonos around it to and Howry and stuff to make that happen. Okay, so that goes on the pile over there. I figured I'd be making a whole lot more headway. Tell you, I should take these one day. If I don't sell these, I'm gonna take these to Terra Australis, because I did take a drum not as big as that to a market in Australia. Yeah, this bloke was like, he's right into this theatre company stuff. He's like, that's mine. And yeah, so that was rad. And there's another rad one over there. Yeah. How's Nietzsche? You going alright, mate? Good. That's a real deal granite right there. That's a real deal. Yazutsu. Quiver for arrows. It's antique. What a piece. What a beast. Eli Tomac beast mode. Someone mentioned on the net just earlier today, like, doesn't it suck just have to wait, for another week, like they ride, and then another week goes by and you gotta wait until the motor. Yeah. I wonder how my seals are going here. Looks like a bit of oil going on there. Every now and again, change your seals. I'll be alright. That'll be alright. Probably would have to change them at one stage. She'll be alright for a bit of a ridey poos, because the rubber gets old and starts to crack, and then it doesn't seal properly under the pressure, and I've got it set up for a tight track, see? Ah, anyone knows about bike setup, get around to it. Anyways, I figured I'd be into these by now. But that's not happening. That's rad as. We're getting there. These are awesome for putting katanas and stuff on them. For displays. Okay, now we'll continue to soldier on. Yes. I was hoping to get well further into that. I guess that's going to have to be the weekend. Right, let's have a look at this reverse polarity. How are we going here? This old trooper here is awesome. Oh, yeah, we're getting something's going on. We'll just pop that off for now. Let's have a look here. Set this steely wheelie to up to max of 20 volts. Display's a bit knackered, but that's okay. Alright, let's just take these thingamajiggies off. Yeah, let's see what we're because if I had that kept that on, it gives you a false reading. Now, now that that's positive, like that. Let's see, give that a bit of a tap. Yeah, okay. And let's see where we are. Where we are here, okay. We have some movement. Yeah. What have we got going here? Oh, 12.2, that might be 12. That's not bad. See, and there's not much in the way of bubbles going on. I put some distilled water in that cell there. And they're above the... These are really cool. You've got these dealies here. Now I had that bubbling pretty good the other day. I reckon if I had it on for a few more hours, that'll show good. I reckon that's enough for what we need it for this toy car thing. I've used this before, but I reckon what I'll do is I'll just keep charging it until I leave. And yeah, what a trooper this is. This unit. I had another battery charger, some garbage from wherever land, and so this must be under license for auto backs. In Australia we've got auto barn, they've got auto backs here. Auto backs. And that unit's old but excellent. You don't really want to touch acid. And it's often good to have safety glasses when you're doing this sort of stuff. Acid, no good for eyeballs or whatever. Now, I had this battery charger back at the ranch, and the rig had a flat battery, and I was expecting that. And I whacked on that other battery charger I got at an auction house. I got it for pretty much nothing. It must have been in a pack of all these tools and stuff I bought, a crate of stuff. And turns out that some things I buy, this crate of all these tools, you might have all kinds of gear in it, and it's it says Genjo and it means as is, so that was definitely a Genjo. Looked good, but it was shit. You could leave it on for 3,000 years and it still wouldn't charge your battery. Anyway, so I turfed that, and had to come here to get this trooper and take it back to the ranch. On the scoot. No one cares about these stories. Alright, so we'll keep going with that, and we'll keep going with that, or these, maybe these. I'm gonna make up some wood to separate these, and then these are cast iron, but it is possible to damage them, so I'm gonna make up something really groovy for this. Right, that's the mission. Wow. Well, well. Knight Rider! Oh, that wasn't very good. Knight Rider! Anyways, I'm tired. Alright, so this piece of awesome, managed to get some pins made up for these thingamajiggies for the wings. Get that sorted out, figuring something out here. Came across some paper here, there it is. Might go out and get one of these. I think there's a... Is this a beta recorder? Remember that you'd have VHS after that, right? This is beta, isn't it? I don't know, that's VHS. Okay, so before VHS there was beta and what, 8-track or some bloody, I don't know, not 8-track, I don't know. Anyways, when was this? Showa Goju Hachinen Rokugatsu Juyonichi, which is the 14th day of June. Let's figure this out. 1983, June of 83, I believe. Now, this was costing, back in 83, a lot of dough. Now, with yen, right, that's yen, okay? So, what you do, if you want to convert that into Australian dollars, it was 100 yen to $1 until some creatures decide to mess with the stock market or whatever they do. Now the Aussie dollar's not that good. It's like 94 cents or something. Anyways, just go like this and it'll give you a rough mark. So you just take off 2 zeros. 1,398, you could say. Back in 83. They were not cheap back then. And that's Japan. They were making them here then, right? So, back in those days, I think that might have been 3,000 yen if they set it up for you or something. I don't know. Victor? Bikuta is Victor. Yeah, alright. Here, with the 2 slashes makes it B. Bikuta. Alright, now, with that line makes it accentuated. Now, so yeah, 1,398, right? So 1,400 bucks back then. What's that in nowadays money? Eh? Yeah. There you go. Right then, now we're gonna soldier on, get through that, get that sorted out. Okay, and that'll have to do. I think on the morrow, I packed something else I've got to sort out. I'll probably send that off on the morrow, and then come back on the morrow, get all of them sorted out, or at least 5 of them. Oh, I've got this one too. Solid silver. Yep. So that's solid silver too. So I'm gonna get sell it for a couple of $100. That's not solid silver. If that was solid silver, things would be going okay with me now. Now, I was thinking of doing a video on this because there's talk, right? Kawasaki came out with this ad and all it says was this sound of a 2-smoker, right? This is a 2-smoker. It's old school. It's the 04. Oh, yes. It's a beauty. This is Japan built, real deal. This is the Ants Pants. Now, see, 2-smoker. Now, I mean, it's straight and it's good and it's a wowzer bike. Now, there's not many of the 04s around anymore that are in good shape. I was thinking, see, and Kawasaki come out with this video and they go, oh, with it, the sound of a 2-stroker, and it just says, we heard you. Now, KTM and Yamaha, they've continued to make Husky and KTM Husky and you know, that other one. They've all been together. That other one, that other red looking thing, the ass, as as Ronnie Mac would call it, the ass. I don't think Gas were very happy when he started calling. They were sponsoring him to ride their Gas, and he was riding the Gas. He go, well, it's red, and he called the ass, and I don't think they wanted to sponsor him anymore for riding their bike. And so Kawasaki, it's in the ethereal of the interzones that Kawasaki are gonna come back with, because two strokes, you've got like the two-stroke nationals now, two strokes, because they're more fun. Four strokes are boring. They're more fun. They just are. You can flick them around. They're lighter. They're just more fun. They really are. They're just fun, right? But they don't keep up with the four smokers now, because they just blow out all your booms, don't they? And you can't keep all your booms. Anyways, so you gotta keep up momentum with these units to keep it in the peak power range, all that. But these are more fun, right? Now, anyways, and might say 125, but this thing is a race machine. It'll scare the shit out of you. Don't know how to handle it. It goes from here to and just really quickly. She's all set. See, I've got marks on everything, so that I know where all my settings are. See, there's all these marks I've got. Everything. You see, there's marks here, everything's marked. See these lines, lines, and I've got all these lines. Everything is marked. See, these lines are there, line here, what everything lines up to, so that when I put it back together, if I say I bang up the bars or whatever, I get it all back in. I like a high clutch. I don't use that one for clutch. Yeah, I just got it all set, all just beautiful. Anyways, so two strokes have this, like, people said, oh, two strokes were gonna die and that was it, you know. And then they've got this total revival going on, and Kawasaki, they said, we heard you. Yeah. So wouldn't that be rad if Kawasaki brings out new two smokers? It's in the ethereal, it's in the interzones, the interwebs. They're talking about it. I was thinking of making some bodgy mock-up kind of video. See, I like to wash stuff. I only wash the important bits. Anyways, God, I will get around to writing again. It's gonna happen now. But I'm very particular about where everything has to be, how tight that has to be, just everything. You know, it might look dirty, but everything is set. Everything is set correctly. And I was thinking of making some mock-up video of like banging on about this is the new, like only just showing the sound, and then just showing just a brief flash of something like that you can't really see what it is, and then and say that's the prototype 2027 2028 new Quacker 125, and banging on as if it's I've got inside information. Let me in! I'll be banging on Kawasaki's door. Let me in! But that'd be freaking rad if they come out with a two smoker. Right, now, okay. Am I just bludging? Should I be getting into this? Yes, I should be getting into this. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna continue. Oh, speaking of everything set, in here, I'll show you my boots, for example. Stuck to something. You'll find that even my boots, I've got like these. See there, that's a line I've marked there. There's one there. And these have got marks on them. And in there you can see there's a mark on that one. They've all got marks. Everything's got marks. Carepoo. So that... Here's my Shoei helmet in there. Yeah. I actually made a liner for it because you can't get them anymore. So I made a liner and then shoved that on the net, and someone else did that too, and shoved their ideas of what they did, made a liner, mate, and it's good, works great. Just got this spongy stuff, that's all in there too, the spongy stuff, and made it work, and it works, yeah, works good. I've got new inner thingamajiggies that you can take off, but it's actually the top liner. Yeah, so that's what I always did. So you never have to mess around with trying to figure out where you're supposed to lock up your boots and all. So everything's just set. So it's all set and normal for when you're ready to rock and roll. Yeah. Right, now I'm still bludgeoning because I'm supposed to be getting this done. I said to myself, right, get this done. And then you can go. Yes, self. Okay. Yes, some self. Okie dokie. That'll bloody do, I reckon. I'm glad that I was correct about the eventually we figured out the third Wednesday of the month, not that I can read my own hieroglyphics, is non-burnable gummy throw-out day. So all those, I think I had, what was it, 10 bags of the blue bags of all that junk. So whoosh, all that went out. I'll have to do another one. So I got out the saw all and made that happen. So that's good. A whole bunch of junk's going to go down there. Right, deal with this stuff. Quite pleased with the outcome of that. Right, I had to clean that up. I'm going to put that online, I think. Do something about that. Right, yeah, getting there. Space, the final frontier. Right, all of that's going to go. Whoosh, get rid of all of that. Compile, figure out what stock take. Move all that over here, have space, the final frontier, and then I can start figuring out. Right, once I get them out, and I'll compile, sort that stuff out of them and them, right, a whole bunch of things, got to, all these plans. Right, and then that's the real deal, that unit there. I'm just looking at this unit over here. That's the real deal, ship's chest with a family crest on it. That's the real deal. That's like 1700s or something. Right, right, space. Creating the space. I've been saying I'm going to take that to the shrine where I can get an awesome shot of that, and then people go, whoa. In there, real deal uni bows. There's a couple in there. There's actually a couple behind there too, isn't there? All kinds of groovy stuff. Right, right, getting there. I feel that today I actually made what do you call it, a progress, but you know, a kink in the arm, or a chink in the arm. I made a what have we got now? Made a some progress. Now what have we got here? Gilligan's telling me he's off to the beach again. I reckon he wants revenge. When he was beating me in that game, man, in chess yesterday, last night, and till it got to the point where we you're having trouble seeing. It's a groovy little game, isn't it? Kids, tamago, it means egg. Nasu, eggplant, what's that? Is that niwatari? Baby chicklet or something? Kitsune, that means fox. Inu, so I can read these. Inu, kitsune, what's that? Shingo, traffic light shingo. What's that? Suika, kutsu. Fune. So that actually, see fune, boat or ship. I think it means ship really. That is a ship's chest. I've had a few over the years. These old school ship's chests, and they would often have these things where they could bolt them down, and often have a secret chamber, if you will, inside the thingy-majiggies, and the captains would keep their valuables in there. Alright, so I'm just rattling on again. Now, have I listed that? They're awesome. I don't know if I've even listed these, have I? These are, yeah, look at that, real deal. These are expensive, real deal shells for the game of Go. Shogi bar right there. I don't even know if this is listed. So that's what I've got to do. I've got to get around to figuring out what I have and what I don't. And, so it's a process. Right, I better let Gilligan know that I'm still here. I don't know. Just kind of feeling tired. Imagine if I lost to him. God! A last samurai could not stand the shame of defeat. Okie dokie. Alright, let's see if we can stick them there. Okie dokie. Now! Oh! Alright, better lock the keys in the car. That'll be a good idea. Now, okay, let's go and do what we have to do, shall we? That says Lumiere Lu. Lumiere Lu. And that says sake, that kanji. I know that kanji. I could probably even write it. The only kanji I could write means booze. Now, I've got an ATM machine in here, so I'll get that. And yeah, I could go down to the beach of contemplation. Gilligan's down there, and play some chess. I could play a joke on him and say, roll up with this game I've got called Stratego, and say, oh, I've got a bigger chessboard, man. He's like, oh yeah. I'm gonna do that maybe tomorrow night or something, I don't know. Alright, let's get I'm tired, man. Get some freaking food sorted out. Just realised I've locked my keys in my rig. What am I gonna do? Oh, yeah, they're in there somewhere. Alright, I better try to find a way to break in. Oh god, there they are in there. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Yeah. The old chicken. It's the cheapest place in town for those. Figured I'd pick up some of these. This humidity, man. God. Alright. How are we gonna get the keys? I'm gonna have to find a way to. Oh, hang on. I might be able to find a way to get in. Alright, now. There we go. See, it's just like Australia. You know, where people steal all your shit. You know? Wouldn't it be great, a world where you don't need to have locks, security codes, and imagine like all the time you would have saved to do stuff you want to do if if you didn't have all these shitbags stealing your shit in the first place, and corruption, and just from top to bottom. Wouldn't that be amazing? You know? We just like eradicated all the shit breeds and just problem solved.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.